Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel. There is something very strange happening to me. Something that has been following me for a long time. I have tried everything to get rid of it, but nothing works, and it's getting worse every day. You might think this is just another creepypasta story, but no, this is real. This happened to me in real life. I don't want to scare you or anything like that, but this is what happened. It all started when I was little. I can still remember the day very well. It was one of those days where it seems like the whole world is against you. First, I failed a test at school because I couldn't answer one question, and I was so nervous that my hand was shaking during the whole exam. Then I ran late for the bus and had to run all the way home. And when I got home, my mom yelled at me because I was supposed to be helping my little brother with his homework and I was too late. And then that night when I was sleeping in my bed, I could have sworn I heard my name being called, but I just ignored it and went back to sleep. But then the next morning it happened again. I heard my name being called in the middle of the night. I told my mom about it and she said that maybe I was just dreaming. But then one night I woke up because I heard my name being called again. I got out of bed and went to the window and looked outside. There was no one there. I checked all the windows and doors to see if they were locked, which they were. And no one could have possibly entered the house without us hearing them, because we live out in the middle of nowhere. My parents and I even checked the security cameras, but nothing had happened. No one had entered the yard. This continued for a couple of weeks. Every single night I would wake up from hearing my name being called, and every single night I would go outside to check, and every night I found nothing. It was driving me insane. I couldn't sleep anymore, and I was so scared. Then one night I got so scared that I called the police. They came over and searched the house and the yard, but they couldn't find anything either. They even asked the neighbors, but no one had heard anything. The police said they'd come back if anything else happened, but I never saw them again. And to this day, I still hear my name being called in the middle of the night, but I'm not the only one who hears it. Sometimes I hear other people being called too, and sometimes I even hear entire conversations being held right outside my window. But when I look outside, there's nothing there. I've tried everything to stop this. I've prayed. I've tried speaking in tongues. I've tried making deals with the devil. I've done everything I could think of to stop this, but nothing works. And it's not just me. Other people around me are starting to experience things as well. One day, I was walking through the park and I saw a girl sitting on a bench who seemed to be talking to someone. She wasn't saying anything, but I could tell by the movement of her lips that she was talking. I walked over to her and asked if she was okay, but she didn't respond. She just kept talking and talking, but there was no one there. Another time, I was walking down the street and I saw an old man standing at a bus stop. He was waiting for the bus, but he didn't seem to notice that there was no bus coming. He just kept waiting and waiting, and then he boarded the bus and rode it, but there was no bus there. This shadow has been following me for a long time now, and I don't know why. I don't know what it wants from me. All I know is that it's driving me insane. I'm sorry for rambling like this, but I haven't slept in a while, and I need help. If you know what's going on, please let me know. Thank you for listening to my story. Now leave a comment with the answer to the riddle, and I will pick my favorite one and give it a thumbs up. Remember, only the smartest people can solve this. Good luck.